feet.
Before I start, John, I gotta ask you. They bought a nickel mine, they dug down and they find gold.
Right.
How did they turn the nickel into gold? I don't get that. I mean, why don't you buy a coal mine and find diamonds or something? Some other issue. Anyway, imagine that you, as a fully grown adult, were to go to the doctor and find out, unknown to you for your whole life, that you had a birth defect. A birth defect that you hadn't known about your whole life, but when the doctor explained it to you, you realized this could have been serious. It may even be serious. Well, that happened to me. I have the proof right here, which you'll see in a minute. And it turned out that that birth defect taught me an interesting philosophical fact about life, which you'll also hear about in a minute. I went to a podiatrist, a foot doctor, because I found as I got older, I had a tendency when I would get up from a chair to sort of roll over to the side, to tip over. I had no lateral stability. I had no problem going forward and back, no problem running, but every now and then I would just sort of tip over. And as I've mentioned before, it's not because I have a drinking problem or a drug problem or anything like that. It was something to do with my balance, and I thought, well, my ear is fine. I can walk in a straight line. Maybe it's something with my feet, because I knew from I was a child that I had flat feet, but that had never been a problem. You probably know what flat feet is. If you look at someone with flat feet, there's no arch over here. And when they walk on the ground after they've been in water, all you see is just an outline of the whole foot, nothing missing. So I've always had that. I thought, well, maybe the flat feet are causing me a problem. Went to the podiatrist, took x-rays of my foot, and when I came back a week later, he said, Ken, you have a rare condition of the foot. Now, generally, I like rare things. I like to be rare. I like when people say you're unusual and you're different, but not when it comes to my feet and bones and stuff like that. And what he showed me was this x-ray, which probably looks like a foot to you, right? Toes, right? Foot, ankle. And if you didn't know much about feet, you might think it's normal. But actually, it's called a Z-shaped or serpentine foot or skew foot because the ankle goes this way and then back like that. So it has this kind of motion, and that's actually a birth defect. For comparison, this is a normal foot I got from the web, straight up and down. And when you have a normal foot like this, the bones of the ankle lock into these bones here, I guess they're metatarsals, and form a single unit. So you can walk like this, and the ankle prevents the foot from turning like that. So I was falling over because I had this birth defect. My feet were malformed. And when I was younger, it didn't manifest as a problem because my muscles compensated. As I got older, you lose some muscle strength, and I couldn't resist that motion. I said, doctor, what am I going to do? He said, there are two things you could do. Okay. One, which we did, is you get orthotics for the shoe. That's something you put in the shoe that prevents the foot from moving back and forth. But more importantly, he said, Ken, you just have to keep moving. Moving forward. Don't stand still, because then you're going to fall over. He said, it's like riding a bicycle, right? If the bicycle is going forward, you go forward. You have no balance problem. But as soon as you stop riding the bike, you tip over. That's me. So I have to keep moving forward. And it occurred to me, wait a minute, that's a lesson for life. Keep moving forward in life. And it turns out, there's a whole book written on that concept. Have any of you ever heard or seen this? Psycho-Cybernetics. You've heard of it. You have heard of it. It published in 1960. So this stuff was known quite a while ago. And basically, the whole idea behind it is combining the mind with the idea of cybernetics. Cybernetics comes from engineering and means the process by which a goal-oriented organism gets feedback and then redirects the goal in response to the feedback. So you have a goal, you can see what comes back, you readjust the goal. Psychocybernetics is the idea that mentally you choose a goal, get feedback, and readjust. It's about keeping moving towards a goal. So my feet were telling me what my head should be doing. Keep moving towards a goal, get feedback, and don't fall over. So that is something you might take away from this talk. If you find yourself, I know, son, sometimes you find yourself in this, thinking, why am I always trying to accomplish something? Why am I always setting goals? I would just like to sit on a beach and do nothing. It might be because we as human beings are goal-oriented organisms that need to be moving forward so we don't lose our balance. So the next time you're sitting in a room like this, wondering why are you here and not on the beach, right? Or the next time you're wondering, why do I feel stressed all the time, pushing ahead, pushing. You might remember that it's in your best interest. And if you keep pushing ahead, despite feeling tired, you will retain your balance in life. Remember, psychocybernetics, skew foot, birth defects, falling off a bicycle, just keep moving forward.
I'm not going to look at you differently.
You know, look at my
I
hands.
thought you were normal, but
Look at my feet.
you're handy.
Later, if you want, I could show you my feet.
Flat-footed too.